Up continues after a fiery tanker crash shuts down parts of Route 220 in Botetourt County.
The crash happened around 6:30 this morning near Fincastle, and tonight the road is still closed. The tanker was carrying more than 8,000 gallons of fuel, which sparked the fire. 10 News was first to the scene to see flames rising above the trees.
There are pictures right there on your screen right now. The tanker truck was destroyed, but thankfully no one was hurt. 10 News reporter Rachel Lucas joins us. She is live at the scene tonight. Rachel, what more can you tell us?
Well, the driver told police that he swerved to avoid hitting a deer, and that's when the tanker crashed. Now, the more than 8,000 gallons of fuel he was carrying spilled into a culvert here on 220, where you see here behind me. Now, the heat was so intense after it caught fire that it actually caused that culvert to collapse. Now, there's a massive hole in the ground that crews, you can see there, are working to repair. I spoke to neighbors who saw the fire this morning.
Massive flames and stacks of smoke billowing above the tree line. That's what Jessica Kubler and her 2 young children woke up to.
Walked to the end of my driveway and I seen the fire coming down the drainage pipe. And then I seen that there's a fire in the field back here. And then I start hearing explosions going off.
Those loud explosions were coming from the creek just 150 feet away from her home.
It just sounded like big booms, you know, going.
As thousands of gallons of fuel caught fire, winding through the creek bed.
It was a pretty massive fire. It was a lot of black smoke. That was a lot of what we had seen, especially through the tree line there. Just big clouds of smoke. You just completely filled the sky. It was already dark, so it made it even darker.
Across the road, the creek bed is still smoking from the blaze.
Well, the fuel actually ran down a culvert next to 220, which is channeled directly into this creek, and it torched the trees going all the way down, actually to this point.
This creek is the main drinking water for cattle belonging to farmers Jeff Sullivan and his stepfather Sandy Lucas. Lucas said he knew the cows were close by the fire because they were hard to herd when he found them.
I could tell from the tracks trying to locate the cattle that they'd been here close at the time because the tracks were fresh and they headed for the far corner of the field. I assumed when the fireball hit.
Now they've been told it will be unsafe for at least a month for their livestock to drink from the creek.
It'll be a gross inconvenience, it really will.
Even though road crews began tearing down the caved-in culvert this afternoon, the road could be shut down for weeks for needed repairs.
Now, the driver of the tanker, James Yarborough Jr. of Stewart, was able to escape the crash without being injured. He has been charged with reckless driving. I'll have more coming up tonight at 6. Live in Botetourt, I'm Rachel Lucas, 10 News, working for you.